Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to episode 2 of Cage Talk on the All Sports Focus Network. Back with me and Jake, and this time Gage is finally able to make it on. Say what's up, gentlemen.
Yes. What's
Hola.
up, guys?
How are you all?
Can't
All
answer
three.
you. Whatever. All right, first things first, I think we got to talk about Gaethje whooping Pimblitt's ass at 324. Although he did prove he was right, Scousers don't get knocked out.
Yeah, that motherfucker's got a jaw on him.
I thought he was cooked in that first round. I'm not gonna lie, he got dropped. I was like, well, this will be a quick one. How did you guys think Patty fared in that one?
It was very shocking to see him not try. I know it was difficult for him to go for a takedown initially, but to see him not even try to engage clinching whatsoever and just try to strike and knock out Gaethje was kind of like a blunder. So immediately when that happened, I lost faith in my pick, and I'm there just like, oh no. I know Gaethje's been through this however many times over with people of higher caliber, and I'm just waiting for it to end. But to my surprise, I'm seeing Patty take overhand after overhand and just come back. And I'm like, all right, fair enough. He even took the third round. I was actually impressed because he was keeping distance with the jab. But it was one-way traffic for Gaethje. I'm kind of ashamed I didn't pick him. I will forever be daunted by that pick. Yeah.
How about you, Gage?
I mean, Dana said it best in his post-fight. Patty just went in with the wrong game plan. He went in trying, and he got overconfident, trying to say he was going to knock out Justin Gagey, which you're not going to knock out Justin Gagey. Well, he won't, at least.
Unless you're Max Holloway.
I should say.
Done.
Or Ilya Taporia. We'll get into that. But yeah, I just think Patty went in with the wrong game plan. I also had Patty winning. I thought he was going to take it to the ground, submit him, but obviously that did not happen. Yeah.
The odds of him taking Gaethje down and submitting him were much higher in my eyes than it going the distance, though I did acknowledge this part being a possibility.
Yep.
I thought there was... You can go.
That was one of the things I low-key overlooked when I was first looking at it. I was like, I really don't... I know if Patty's going to get the win, I feel like he's got to go for the sub. But I guess Patty just didn't care about that, and he thought he was trying to prove himself to just be able to strike with him. I don't know why he would do that. Just
got too confident.
Yeah,
I thought that if Justin Gagey won, there was going to be no chance that it was by decision. Because if you saw, that was his first 5-round decision fight of his entire career. And
that is true. I didn't even consider that.
I didn't think if Gaethje won, it was going to be by decision at all. But I thought there was a chance Patty could get it by decision if he just controlled him on the ground for kind of not what we saw with Hamzat versus DDP, because he was never going to be that dominant, but a similar style fight, kind of like the Islam's last title defense, or the world.
Like Islam v JDM.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Now, unfortunately for Gaethje, it seems every time he gets his hands on that interim title belt, there's a demon waiting for him in his next fight.
Yes.
Whether it be Charles Oliveira or a little Habib action. But now here's the question, is it going to be Ilya, or will Arman finally get his chance? Because who knows when Ilya is going to actually get to come back into the ring. I hope soon. I hope it's Ilya. But
well, I'll say this. I think the UFC hates Arman Tsarukyan so much to the point where they'll wait for this title between Justin and Ilya to take place before he even comes close to it. Well, they might put him against another opponent in the making.
I was about to say,
credit to Arman, he'll take it and just sub the guy. I don't really have any fight that I put against Arman besides Taporia, I'm just taking him by sub. It's not even a decision. Unless it's Oliveira for a rematch, then there's a little bit of interest.
Charles Oliveira.
I'm taking my goat, Charles.
Indeed.
My goat.
All right, and finally, with the last little bit of news that came out, Patchy Mix has finally been cut from the UFC.
Yeah,
I know I say finally, but it was only 2 fights. But
I'm gonna be honest. After his first fight in the UFC, I didn't watch his second. even
Mario
watch it.
Batista. If you're losing to Mario Batista, I don't want to.
That's unfair. I picked Mario Batista to beat Patchy initially, like with the first fight. I thought people were hyping Patchy at the very start because I'm thinking I've seen Mario Batista, as boring as it was, defeat Jose Aldo. I'm not immediately writing him off after a win against someone of that caliber. So people were picking Patchy Mix like crazy. I'm thinking, no, I think Mario's got it. Proved us to everyone that he's got it, but it was also really shocking to see him not show any head movement whatsoever in that fight. So I'm thinking, okay, first time just didn't do too well. It's just pressure going into the UFC, making your debut. I'm thinking against another debut in I forgot his name, Jakob, I believe. I'm thinking, okay, Patchy will probably shake off the nerves and get it going on this fight. And it was even worse than I could have imagined. I'm thinking, how the hell are you getting controlled on the ground by this guy? I think I don't even know if Jakob is like primarily a grappler, but I know that Patchy is done better against other fighters of higher caliber. I think he's just over and out. I think he's kind of lost the hunger. So him making his move to a different organization was kind of a long time
fun
coming.
Fact, he's going over to Ryzen, which that's where the fraud Kai Asakura came from, actually. So maybe Patchy will be able to become a legend over there. Who really knows? Because they're both 0-2 in the UFC. So hopefully he can kind of do a backward step of what Kai Asakura is doing.
Yeah. Honestly, I know they're in different weight classes, but I'm kind of surprised that they didn't make like a catch weight bout between the two and just be like, oh, loser gets cut.
Loser goes back to Ryzen.
Yes.
No money.
I want to go back to the real quick. You were talking about how every time Gaethje gets a shot at the title, it's always against like someone that of a demon like Ilya or Charles or Khabib. At least two of the three. I don't know about Charles, but you're talking about him fighting Khabib after he lost his father. Yeah. And now we're going to Ilya after the whole domestic allegations and all that, and him possibly losing his kids. There's so much concern behind that. So now you're thinking, okay, we've got an even more angry Ilya than usual. And this is who Gaethje is just going up against, whereas other times probably would have been a little bit more optimal for him. He's just very unlucky when it comes to this type of deal.
Ilya wins by murder.
Yeah, I think unfortunately I do think he's not going to get done in the first round. He'll get done like second round, but it's definitely not going to look good.
I don't know, man. With how Gaethje rushes forward, I feel like Ilya is looking at that, licking his lips, and he's just like, all right, let me find that hook and just put him out.
Whatever he was.
He's the dude. He's a king of technique. He saw that fight between him and Patty, and he's thinking, oh, this is easy money.
He just stand and bang. I'll just stand and bang. It's like
it's like, all right, cool. That's the most you're gonna go for.
Not a single takedown will be attempted in that fight. That's just gonna be.
There won't be enough time for it.
Exactly.
And that's the good thing. If like say everything goes out the window, Ilya, I'm taking his ground game over Justin's anyways.
Those Georgians.
Like, I'm not saying Ilya's going to need to use the ground at all, because I don't think he will. But if, say, worst comes to worst, you need to. I'm taking his over Justin's anyways.
Yeah. Before the fight, before it got to the moment where Oliveira AI got put out, he was actually going on the ground with Oliveira, and he was managing very well. So
got out of a good knee bar.
So it's like, can't imagine how this fight will play out. I don't see anyone really having like huge excitement for this upcoming fight. It's going to be.
And the worst part is it will probably be on the White House.
Yeah,
it'll probably be on the White House lawn.
Of course, the thing Ilya doesn't have going for him is those AI wins. So I don't know why people still count those as actual wins. Gonna have to get those cleared. But moving on, we're not talking about these damn prelims because they're just a whole bunch of.
The Taffa brothers need to
retire. The best to say it is ass.
You're not interested in Cody.
It's just a bunch of damn Australians fighting some like Welsh and American guys. Like that's about it. We're not talking about the
Oban Elliott, a dog.
Yes, Oban Elliott. Yeah.
All right.
I think he'll take that one against.
Let's pull it, shall we? Let's pull it up.
All right, let's
Boom.
see. Got Jamie on this one, guys. I've got Jamie, rookie underdog pick.
Might be
Yeah.
crazy
Well,
stuff.
yes. Well, initially, Aquilin Salkid was supposed to fight a different guy in Rongju, but Rongju injured his knee just before the fight could ever occur. So he's out, and Jamie just stepped in on short notice. Jamie hasn't been doing too hot recently. He's coming off of a win, but the person he beat has yet to get a win in the UFC. So there's not really much value in that. And then he got knocked out twice before that. We know Salkid is on a very good streak right now. He just knocked out Nasrat Haqparast with that beautiful head kick. Sky's the limit for Salkid. I don't think any of us are going to have a hard time saying that he'll probably get it done in the first or second round. Unless Jamie's got a chin, which I don't think he does.
He does not.
I mean, look at him.
Do you guys have any differing opinions on this fight?
I don't think you can have a different opinion on this.
No. In my notes, I had Salkid murder, too skilled on the feet, and solid enough wrestling to even get bullied. And then Malarkey takes way too much damage in every single fight. His last 3 losses are all by KO.
You take a look at this guy's face. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to take that picture. He's full of malarkey.
Actually,
that's what he
scratch that. Malarkey's last 4 losses are all by KO. I didn't even see the one to Jalen Turner in 2022.
Yeah. No, at least Jalen Turner's all
moving
right.
on.
The other
the next
2 I don't
one.
even know about.
My boy Tai Tuivasa.
My God.
Tuivasa. He's just such a big boy, and he's got.
It's going to be a rough weekend for you then.
No,
I don't know. I mean, who are you guys taking?
Fun fight. It's going to be a fun fight. It's someone's getting dropped in the first round.
Yeah.
Who are you guys going to go with?
Okay.
I have to share. I
feel like here's the thing. I want to maintain a good record with these picks, but I just love Tai Tuivasa so much. I want to see him drink a beer boot again.
You want to see this shooting?
To give you some hope, I'm actually going to go with Tai Tuivasa, surprisingly. I think he'll take it over Talison Teixeira. Now, has he lost his last 5 fights, and they're on interesting fashions? Yes. However,
finishes.
However, his opponents that you're talking about are Cyril Gane, Alexander Volkov, even Jarinho Rosenstrike is pretty good. Marcin Tybura is a little bit of a shameful loss. However, I'm thinking in this fight, Talison Teixeira is somebody who hasn't really proved himself to be that capable of a fighter against the highest of opponents or the highest caliber. His win over, was it Justin Toffa or Junior Toffa? I believe it was Justin.
Junior. Or was it?
I don't remember. It's one of they both fight.
It was Justin.
Yeah. They fight the same. That elbow TKO that he had against Justin was decent from his end, but that fight was so sluggish and it was so frustrating to watch that I'm thinking, okay, this guy, I don't see him going that much high up the rankings. His fight against Derek Lewis, who we just saw how Derek Lewis performed.
It was those peptides, those damn peptides.
The peptides. Derek Lewis, when I saw Teixeira fight Derek, I'm seeing him struggle to maintain any form of distance management, trying to keep range. He was either way too far back and just didn't throw much of anything with urgency. All it took was for Lewis to land one winged shot out of random, and it just dropped him. And then immediately,
Tai hits those random shots.
Yes, but that's the quality on Tai's end. But even though he didn't really get knocked out, the fight got stopped because he was climbing the fence like a monkey whilst trying to recover from punches. I'm thinking to myself, Tai Tuivasa was somebody who was able to find the punch on Cyril Gane, of all people, and drop him. If he can do that to someone with as great range management and distance management as Cyril Gane, I have wholehearted faith that he can land a similar shot on Talison Teixeira. I know that Tuivasa, although rare, he can go the distance. Teixeira, I don't know enough about him to confirm that. So I was flopping back and forth about this fight because I know Teixeira is technically a prospect, but he hasn't proven himself yet.
Yeah, no,
he. Record-wise, he hasn't made in one record, so you can kind of think. that he could rise up.
Here's what I'll say about it. Ty has lost his last 5 fights, including a dude who his last one was a dude who just got arrested 2 days ago.
Didn't know that.
Virginia Rosenstrike just got arrested.
Interesting. I didn't know that at all.
His last win was 4 years ago. And for that, like, I understand everything that you're saying about Taliesin Share not managing distance. His last win was 4 years ago. In fight terms, that is forever.
Forever, yeah.
So
but it's also...
And it's his first fight in a year and a half, so...
Yeah. I just think this one could really go either way. This is not a safe fight to bet on. I have no faith in either of them, but...
No, and I think that's why I think no matter what, someone's getting put out in the first round. Yeah. One, because we've seen Taliesin Share just rush in on people. That's what he did to Derek Lewis, and we saw how that ended out for him. Ty's never had... Like, he's gone to a decision, but he does not have the cardio to win a decision.
Yeah.
So for that reason alone, someone's getting put out. I think we'll see a little bit of ring rust out of Tai, or not octagon rust out of Tai Tuivasa, and I think Share gets it done.
I think there's going to be a couple of shoeys done in Sydney on Saturday
night. You just want to see a shoey done in Sydney.
Yeah.
Tuivasa first round KO. Teixeira has no idea what he's going to be going against. Tai Tuivasa doesn't even know what he's going to be doing out there. He's going to be swinging for the fences out there. They probably both are. But after watching...
This fight might not last 30 seconds.
I don't know if that is a hot take. I think both these guys' cardio is probably so ass. They're like, I got to get out of here. Yeah. So I'll say this. I'm taking Tuivasa first round KO. That's all I'm saying.
I'll say this. Tai Tuivasa's looked in a much better shape compared to before. He's actually he's not like the skinniest, but he's not 400
That's what I'm
pounds
scared about.
I think it means he's had some bit of time to put discipline into himself.
Those
I think he'll be a little bit
again.
Yes. I think he'll be a little bit more focused on this one. I've got faith in him.
I can't let my heavyweights keep taking these pets.
Give me the Brazilian.
That's fair. I don't really care how that fight goes, though.
All right.
I don't think either of them are making it far.
Next up, we got a lightweight bout between Rafael Fiziev.
Hot take. This is my favorite fight on the card.
Really?
I hate this is my favorite fight on the card. This is a dream matchup.
It's a very high skilled matchup between the two. I don't know why Huffy's getting the shot, but I kind of like that he's going against someone like Fiziev because the stylistic matchup between them is so good for sure. Yeah.
This is almost like, to me, I mean, obviously it's not as skilled, but it's almost like the fight between Sandhagen and O'Malley that everyone's begging for.
Yeah, because they're similar in style, and
exactly,
it's almost like a perfect crash that you're waiting.
Yeah, I literally for this fight, I have a striking fan's wet dream.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Well, who do you guys think is taking this one?
Now he is the underdog in this fight. I got Fiziev, to be honest.
I've been going back and forth all day.
Yeah,
honestly, especially because here's one thing that we haven't been talking about was this is Hoofy's first camp outside of the Fighting Nerds. He's been training with Volk for the last, I think, 4 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But I like Fiziev as the underdog. I like that value.
That's what I'm saying.
I like that value.
It's good value.
I'm wholeheartedly I'm not wholeheartedly. Of course, it can go either way. I'm taking Fiziev. I just think going against his fight against Gamrot, he was winning until he tore his left ACL, completely out of control. Can't really count that as much of a loss. He's only lost to Justin Gagey 2 times, but both were very competitive in its own right. Huffy just got subbed by BSD or Benoit Saint-Denis in just embarrassing fashion. It was like he didn't even stand it.
Yeah,
I know
that was hype though, because that was in Paris.
Yeah, I can't believe I picked Huffy. I just shame
That's
upon
a little
myself.
Ridiculous, to be honest, Jake. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
He was actually the favorite, and I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, I mean,
that's why
we had a lot of we had a lot of hype for him. But this one, because of that, Huffy hasn't really went against many people that are on the same level as Justin Gagey or even like RDA or Rafael dos Anjos, for example. I think Fiziev just has enough experience to deal with somebody like Mauricio Huffy, and I think factoring that into this, he'll I don't think it's going to be a knockout for either guy. I think Fiziev will probably take it to the decision, probably either 29-28 or 30-27, with all rounds being fairly competitive.
Yeah, I think Fiziev just outpoints him. I think here's the one thing I will say is I think if Fiziev could take you remember the uppercut he took from Gaethje?
Yeah.
When they were in the clinch in their last fight?
In the second round.
If he can take a punch like that, it would take a lot to knock him out. So for that reason alone, I think we see this go to decision, and I'm taking Fiziev. Give me an over-under 2 head kicks ducked by Fiziev. Yeah, and he enters the Matrix mode.
Looks like we all took Fiziev there. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought, Jake, you were going to ride with Huffy again, but didn't happen.
That last fight, man, I can't.
Speaking of Benoit, look who it is. Benoit versus the Hangman. I love Dan Hooker, and I also love Saint Denis. So this is another tough one for me. Hooker hasn't looked that great lately. Denis just came off a huge knockout win. I think just purely for that, I'm going with Benoit because I low-key think Hooker's. I think he's slowly but surely sliding his way out, as much as I hate to say it.
Well, I'll say this. I'm taking BSD to win as well. I mean, it's kind of a given. You see how Hooker fought Arman recently. You just see him pulling guillotines on the way down.
What's going to bring up, though, is do you think Hooker could catch him in a guillotine? Because the only reason that Arman escaped the guillotine against Hooker is because he does 180s in full guard. Yeah, he does 180s while he's in full guard somehow.
Yeah. It's very impressive from Arman. He's as good as dude. I'm surprised he's not even fighting for the title. You'd think with that, you'd think he'd be the most equipped. But the thing is, if the legend Dustin Poirier couldn't guillotine Benoit Saint Denis, I don't think Dan Hooker fares much.
I mean, all know
jump the guillotine.
Yes, sir. But I imagine this fight won't last too long. Very similar to Arman. I mean, just BSD. BSD can knock somebody out. Yeah, keep reminding me, Troy. Thank you. BSD can knock people out, like we just saw against Dariush.
A head kick.
Yep. So I don't think, although Hooker has been knocked out before, I don't think Benoit will do it. I think he'll go for the submission right off the bat. I think it'll be very even on the stand-up. And eventually, like a minute in, BSD will just shoot a takedown, and then it'll just be it'll just be control for the entirety until a sub gets locked in of some sort, probably a rear naked choke.
I was gonna say I have BSD by ground game. I said probably a sub, but still could be
like
a
ground
TKO.
and pound.
Yeah, I said it still could be a TKO. But one thing I was saying was I could see a doctor stoppage in this fight. Not saying I want one, but. But Hooker cuts very bad.
Yes.
And we've seen doctor stoppages recently. So, but I also said that I put it on here. I was looking at it. Do you think BSD, if it's a good, like a very dominant win over Hooker this weekend, do you think he could jump Patty in the rankings?
I think he should. Just because he's kind of had better opponents recently. Obviously, Justin Gagey is a great opponent, but he just lost to Justin Gagey after not really having a great resume. So,
yeah. Given how much the UFC loves Patty, though, I doubt he'll drop.
That's exactly. I said it would have to be a very dominant win.
Yeah,
for him to jump.
Even then, in this context, like rankings is kind of like irrelevant.
Rankings don't matter. Yeah, rankings don't matter.
Generally, but even in this, especially in this context, we just saw Patty lose. Regardless of however this fight goes between Dan Hooker and BMD, I'm thinking Dan Hooker's fighting Patty next anyways. That's just like automatically considering the beef that they have. Yeah. BSD afterwards, if he wins and they don't want to give him the shot right away and they want to screw over Arman, I imagine they'll just they'll book that matchup. Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then he still won't get his title shot.
Yeah, because they'll probably do some dumb shit at the weigh-in.
Yeah.
All right.
Or miss weight.
The moment you've all been waiting for, the featherweight title bout rematch between Chef Volkanovski and Diego Lopez. I just don't see anywhere that Diego Lopez gets it done. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Volk, he's fighting in home territory. He's had a decent amount of recovery time. Hasn't really had to worry about much. And he was, even though it went through a decision, he was pretty dominant in that first fight with Diego, in my opinion. So I think Volk gets it done again, probably by decision once more, because Volk just almost seems like a decision machine, especially lately.
If he wins, it will be by decision.
Yeah, it's by decision. If he somehow loses, it'll probably be KO, because that just seems to be the way Volk wins and loses. But yeah, I got Volk winning this by decision, probably unanimous again, like 40-35 or whatever. Yeah. 50-45. Sorry, but
maybe even
yeah.
Maybe 49, 46. I'm taking Volk as well. It's kind of hard not to. Just evidence suggests that he'll take it. One thing about Volk, he's no stranger to rematches. He's fought Max three times over. One thing that you know about Volk, he did get dropped pretty badly in their first fight, and he did end up losing the fourth round because of one moment of success that Lopez had, and his power's that good. But considering how Volk prepares for fights, I imagine that he is going to adapt. He's going to plan around the moments that he suffered in the first fight. And I imagine that considering he'll know what dropped him initially, he'll know how to address it the next time moving forward. I think Diego is going to have a much harder time finding Volk's chin, just considering Volk has that experience in. Although Diego did show a little bit of improvement against Jean Silva, with the ground game at least. So I don't think it's going to be on the ground as much. I think Diego will do a good job of trying to negate that. But the majority of the exchanges, Volk clearly had the more dominant fashion. He just took it more. Yeah. I think I don't think this fight is going to be that entertaining. I think Volk's going to be a lot more strategic, and Diego's going to have a lot harder time finding Volk's chin and body. But you can't count out Diego. I imagine if he drops him, then I imagine at that point, he's just going to go for it. He's just going to, he might go past the bell.
And that's I said in my notes, Diego has one of, if not the best chin in the sport. We've seen it. And I said if Volk wins, it'll be by decision. It's probably not the most deserving title shot, especially over a guy like Lerone or maybe Mosar, but he hasn't fought in so long.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a banger fight, but I hate to say it. I think Diego gets it done. I don't know.
You can't forget the power. It's too much to think, it's just going to be one way traffic.
And
it can switch like that.
And Volk's not getting any, we've said it a ton. He's not getting any younger, and it hurts to say because I love Volk, but
that chin ain't getting stronger.
Exactly. It can't.
Yeah.
But I think Diego gets it done. I think it'll be TKO. I don't think he puts him out cold. It'll be he drops him on probably some freak overhand that you don't even see, or an uppercut from the clinch that you barely see.
It'll be like some chaotic exchange that he forces.
Exactly. It'll be kind of like a Justin Gagey fight, I think. Yeah. And I think Diego gets it done. He's hungry.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this: although he did put belt to the behind or the caboose of Gene Silva. Gene Silva did do a good job, and before he got finished, he did a good job of finding some of the front kicks on Diego and controlling some of the distance.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will say. If Volk can use his kicks well, set up that low calf kick, maybe even mix in a front kick. And I love his switch kick to the body. If he can use his switch kick, I think Volk will have a good chance to outpoint him. But I think Diego gets it done.
You can't overthink the.
It's not disrespectful.
I'm scared for it. Oh my God.
Hey, here's the thing: anything can happen with one punch, and I'm taking, and they're gonna land punches. Yes. And so I think Diego's got the power.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a reality that I can see Volk losing. I just can't think of it. Can't fathom.
The one thing that I will say is it helps a lot that it's in Australia. Then when that down under.
Yeah.
that place is gonna be rocking.
Gonna be
Yeah.
rock.
I might not even be able to hear the commentator.
I don't even want to be able to hear him at that point, dude. I want to come on.
I just want to watch a bald goat run out to the.
Well, that
the
does it
octagon.
for the actual card here. Gage is wrong, and me and Jake are right.
See?
I guess one final little thing I kind of touched on it last week with Tom Aspinall. Dana White was recently asked about Tom Aspinall's eye again, and he just doesn't really seem to want to be able to answer those questions. He was kind of dismissive about it. He was like, I think he just had like his second surgery, aka he said it's injections, which he's trying to like downplay. That's still something getting poked in your eye there, Dana.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say I hope Dana wants Tom to come back and fight, but it almost seems like he doesn't really care if he does or not.
I think Dana hates Tom.
I think he does.
There's a good chance.
He was talking bad about his boyfriend online, and now he's mad at him, and he just doesn't even want to give him that title. Let's be real.
Yeah. When he announced Tom was champion, you just see the absolute sadness. He's like, John Jones has vacated the title.
No.
Tom Aspinall is the new undisputed champion.
When Dana said that, like, the last time he wanted a fighter to lose was mid 2025, I got a sneaking suspicion it was Tom.
It could have been him for sure.
It was definitely Tom.
Yeah. Of how much chaos that did. Though I will say, I mean, you can't really blame anyone but Jones. Even Dana is coming around and being like,
blame.
Dana's like,
John Jones and Cyril Gahn.
Yes.
Robbery in French history.
I don't understand how people can possibly blame Tom.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
people that say that must not have seen that dude was dead ass 3 knuckles deep in his eye.
Here, do me a favor. Go with your own finger, poke yourself in the eye until you can feel your knuckle, and then tell me if you can see.
Guys, I've gotten lobotomized before. It's pretty pleasant.
Yeah, exactly. He basically got a lobotomy for free, except he didn't get the job done.
Yeah. Like, can't you see?
Well, I think that just about does it. Do you guys have any final thoughts about this event, or maybe any other random little factoids, anything you want to get out?
We forgot to talk about, I'd be coping, but I feel like I need to talk about this with the Gaethje and Patty fight. Those eye pokes from Gaethje.
My God,
we gotta take those into consideration, man.
Take that into consideration. He got hurt from a thumb going into his eye.
He got groin shot at it. I don't think he was. You have to admit.
Okay, obviously, I agree that that's going to affect the fighter to some level, but I feel like he's not getting as much shit for it just because I don't think after the fight and how it went, I don't think anyone was like, oh, Patty should have.
I never thought
those, but
yeah, I just know that with how Gaethje fought, you have to think, okay, that was dirty from him. You shouldn't have to go that route because it didn't seem like it. Like maybe it wasn't intentional.
You said it was intentional.
I don't.
Is that what you're saying?
I don't think.
No. But
I don't think it was intentional. But it's like that.
You
have to admit that it happened.
That takes a bit. It takes a little bit of credibility from his victory. Why are you going about it that?
And it opens the door for fans to say what if.
I think there's only been 2 intentional eye pokers ever, and they are Cyril Gahn and John Jones. Everyone else is on accident. Those 2 needed to win. Let's just leave it there. I just want to say thank you guys for joining us on another episode. Hopefully next time in March 7th, I believe, is the next event. We'll have Matt here. Mm-hmm. Who knows? No, there's not a main event in February, dude.
There's not a main event in
fight night.
No, there's fight night.
All right, fine. Maybe we'll start
March 7th is my goat, though. My goat.
I know he's my goat too. I don't know. I mean, come on. But maybe we'll start covering fight nights. I don't know. Maybe if they're good.
I'm at my other apartment while those are probably happening. I won't be able to.
What?
All right, I'll make.
Guess what? Sean Strickland's going to walk forward with his jab and his teeps.
All right, but yeah, we'll see you guys again in March, not February, because there's no actual fights worth talking about really in February. But thank you guys for watching again. Check out the links below: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, you know, all that good stuff. Check out the merch and watch Gage's picks be wrong for the most part. All right. See you guys later.
We'll see.
You guys take care. All three.
Take care.